Oh, wrestling.
All right, welcome back to Multiple Guys Talking Multiple Ball special edition week. There's about 8 people in the studio if you're watching on video right now. Absolute nuts. No orgies will be going on, right? I hope so. And we are just going to talk about multiple things. So the main reason for guest appearances this week is because I would like a specific Masters correspondent. You know the camera's over here, and I'm over here. You want to look at me when we're talking. Okay.
He's got to get to the mic over here.
So this is British Ben with the Adidas hat on. Desperate Ben. Dev's over there.
Baby, Desperate Ben.
Dev's over there to talk some baseball, even though he doesn't watch baseball. But we are actually going to start with baseball because that has been what I've been watching the most this past week. Psych, I lied. Let's start Masters because Ben is Masters. So Jon Rahm, 2023 Masters champion Ben, comes down from 4 strokes to win the Masters. 2 strokes behind Brooks Koepka going into Sunday. Brooks Koepka, sort of a collapse, but also just Jon Rahm playing really good golf. Jon takes the layup on 18, comfortable win. Between the weather and everything and it getting delayed all that time, I didn't really think it was that memorable of a Masters besides Jon Rahm collecting his first green jacket. And you also had a pretty crazy gamble on Jon Rahm. So tell us about that.
I bet on Jon Rahm to win the whole thing. I think a week before the first tee off, and that was good. I think Jon Rahm, played phenomenally well. I think he bounced back quite well from the double bogey on the first hole. And was it more of a Jon Rahm victory or a Brooks Koepka loss?
I think it's more of a Rahm victory, mostly because I like to congratulate winners before I start picking out the losers. But I think the way Brooks played Friday, fresh cut, the way Brooks played Thursday and Friday, I don't know. You can't keep up that pace, especially with the injury history he's been dealing with. But honestly, I just think this makes Brooke more excited for Masters and other majors. Brooks said it himself. He was like, the reason for LIV was obviously the payday, and he wasn't into playing all these tournaments so many times often. LIV, you basically have to pick your own schedule for more money. And guess what? He's still allowed to play in these majors. So I don't really see the issue with it. I think it's very exciting going into the U.S. Open, a tournament that Brooks has won twice already, to see him play, because I do think he'll probably be, after this Masters performance, I think he'll be a top 10 favorite. And I'm a big Brooks guy, but Jon Rahm, he was due for a green jacket. One of the him and Scheffler both had, I think they were tied for the most wins on tour so far this 2023 season. So I think it's a perfect fit that Jon Rahm won, and I was happy that we didn't get to see back-to-back Masters champion. Ben, little golf trivia, last Masters back-to-back champion. Pretty obviously who it might be.
Tiger Woods 02-03?
Yeah, one of those. I thought it was like 03-04, but yeah, one of those.
I picked Jon to win on the last episode, just to mark that down.
Did you? Who'd I pick? Homa?
I think so.
Like I said, I was a homosexual.
You did say that.
So it was Homa. So, Ben, besides Jon Rahm, who is your favorite golfer to watch over the Masters weekend?
I think my favorite was Jon Rahm, but
I said besides.
I'm getting there. I think the biggest surprise.
That small ass hat is crushing your friggin' circulation in your head.
I think the biggest surprise was Phil Mickelson finishing the.
Yes.
Finishing the.
You know what my
the last
funnest
round,
thing talking about Phil? How skinny did he look?
He did, yeah. He didn't.
People say he's on Ozempic. You know how all the Hollywood celebrities are taking Ozempic to lose weight fast?
Well, it's a diabetes drug, but it causes you to.
Does he have diabetes? He must. He looks like he would
know.
have diabetes.
Well,
yeah, please don't.
Ozempic is commonly prescribed right now to weight loss, but it's mostly used for.
Why does
diabetes.
it prevent? Why does it accelerate weight loss? Is it just appetite loss,
it's
or
just
like?
It's just an adverse effect of the drug. Yeah.
There's so many drugs that could like.
Correct. So you'll see a lot of the injectable diabetes medications are kind of going off the roof because of that version. But I think going back to golf, Jordan Spieth, another top 5 finish. I think he's making Augusta his home after what he's winning. Was it 2014, 2015?
15. We had this debate last week.
Yeah.
I thought it was 17.
I think Sahith Theegala. Coming
yes,
to his first, time. At
I like him a lot.
First time at the Masters, 5 under, 9th place.
10th place.
What?
The Zen Man.
Yeah. Sam Bennett, whatever
Sam
it was.
Bennett, yeah.
Where did he finish? He finished top 15, I think, right?
You know what the funny thing about that is?
16.
He was in second for so long, and if he came in second, he wouldn't have made $1. That's nuts. I think second place in the Masters is like $1 million.
Yeah, and he's
So I think I read somewhere his payday was around 256,000.
They don't just keep it for like in like a
So-
safe for when he turns pro.
So what happens is that as
if
he's
I
an
was him, I turned pro before the last hole.
as
or
he's an
something.
amateur, he can't collect the money, so that kind of gets redistributed into the pot and the pool.
That
The purse.
sucks.
Thank you. There you go. That's what I was
What
looking for.
makes being an amateur why you can't make money with NIL and everything? I feel like now it doesn't matter.
If you're a
But tennis, don't you go pro so
No,
much?
well, if you're a college
earlier?
player and you play like in the U.S. Open, you can't make money. You have to be
But
out. You have
Coco
to, like,
Golf, who went pro at 15,
So,
can,
yeah,
but a
because
20-year-old in college can't.
Like there's a I think
So
his name is,
stupid.
Blake Shelton. Oh,
The
that's it.
country singer.
No, I'm trying to think of his name. It's Blake. One of his name is either something Blake or something Shelton. He Ben Shelton. He was gonna go to Florida, but he's good enough to actually like win money tournaments, so he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you
he
got to
doesn't-
make that
now
move for your
he
family.
decided to just not go to school.
Get rid of one and done in basketball too. So Ben, any final Masters thoughts, mate? Before you're never back on this fucking show, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think it was another big surprise.
1 through
other than-
10,
What do you mean 1 through 10?
rate it.
I thought it was a great Masters.
Okay, but what about 1 through 10?
Good Masters, mate.
Let me get to it, mate.
Okay.
I don't know, it's probably like I'm not nervous. No, it's probably
He's like Colin Coward or something.
it was probably like a 7. I think it could have been a lot better if Tiger obviously made the cut. Big story.
Can't walk though.
Can't walk. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
He cannot
Um,
walk.
I think the weather delays.
How can he not walk,
ruined
but
it.
he has time to bang all these random girls? That's what I want to know.
Well,
Every girl seems to have made out or hooked up with Tiger, but he can barely walk, as
To
we've seen
be
from these
fair,
photos.
You can lie down.
I've never known of someone
True.
to withdraw from sex because of a plantar fasciitis injury.
Well, relates. It definitely correlates for its movement. Mr. Farmer's house.
I mean,
All right.
How much do you move your feet during sex?
Depends. Sometimes I get cramps. Um,
Ben hasn't moved in 2
Uh,
years.
yeah.
so actually, that's a great segue. So getting away from
wasn't done yet.
golf, I kind of want to talk to you.
With Ben.
Okay, we'll do soccer. I kind of want to talk to you on a personal level. So I think it's
Oh,
important
no.
that, especially because you're an Iona student, I think it's important to get your like new perspective on Iona. Besides the class, besides the boring stuff, how have you found socially, speaking with the other sex, that is the female sex, how have you found success or lack thereof with that type of gender at Iona?
No comment. I think that's the best thing to say right there. Is no comment.
So like let's
Non-existent.
envision, let's put in a scenario for the viewers, because I think if you're an Iona student, you're listening right now, you probably can relate to this. What is your go-to, like how do you know when you're on the line at Spectators for 2.5 hours? Like what are you expecting out of the night?
Hey, I just show up to have a good time.
What's your
That's-
definition of a good time?
If I see some people that I enjoy company of being around, and just make some memories and hopefully some good ones.
Does it
Most-
bother you that you get no bitches?
No, I mean, I mean, I've told you this many times now. Like, I'm not, whatever happens, happens. I'm just looking forward to, making memories with you guys and having a good time.
Something that somebody with no bitches would say. But I agree. We love having you around. You're great.
Love
Thank
too.
you for Masters and Woman recap, even though there's not much women to recap for you. But let's move on to soccer, or as you people like to call it, football, mate. So I have not been into the Premier League this year. So let's pretend. I thought he was doing we're doing Premier League or Champions League.
Yeah, we can
Let's
do-
start with
we can
Premier
do
League
both.
because. So Ben, talk to me and talk to the audience as somebody who has not watched any Premier League games this year. Give us like a quick 30-second to 1 minute synopsis of the whole season so far.
I think
Arsenal, mate.
Arsenal is a big talking point. I'm not just saying that because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Well, obviously
I'm a bit
they're in first.
biased, but I think from missing out on Champions League football last year, that last loss to Spurs kind of knocked us down to 5th, end of the season, put us in the Europa League. No one was expecting, us to be at least first in the Premier League. We were trying to fight for a top 4 spot. I think going into what match week is it now? 30, I think.
Match week 30, mate.
Yeah. We're 6 points ahead against City, who have a game in hand. To be fair,
And they play each other too. At that,
and we do play each other at the Etihad, later on in the year. I think
How many goals
few
do you think
weeks.
Holland scores? Like 5? Like
Against
three?
Arsenal,
Probably 3, right?
I don't know.
Connor, what do you think?
They scored.
I don't know. I'm wondering if he's putting the viewers to sleep or he wants to put some enthusiasm on this.
Well, we have a bet. Ben and I have a bet. This was like probably probably like 2 months now. It was when Arsenal, I think, was 9 points ahead, maybe 8. I bet that Man City would win. Ben gives me 30 quid, and I have to give Ben 20 quid if Arsenal wins. And I'm liking my chances right now.
I
So,
do
Ben,
too.
So I mean, Man City has a game in hand, and they play each other. And Arsenal just dropped points against what was it? Liverpool. Arsenal also plays Chelsea. You know, I mean, that's a big game. Like Chelsea's gonna play up the competition there. Chelsea will beat Arsenal. You hear that right now. Chelsea will beat Arsenal. Chelsea will beat Arsenal. So I'm liking my chances for Man City to finish on top and me winning my precious 30 quid. What do you think? What is your counter argument?
I mean, I think it's a lot closer in your favor than it was when I made the bet. I'm used to disappointment, so I'm not optimistic.
In Arsenal or just in general?
I think just in life at this point. I think it is going to be between City and Arsenal. I don't see Newcastle or United.
Oh, you don't think the team that has 56 points is gonna be able to compete with the team that has 73 with 6 games?
Chances would probably say not likely. That's usually how math works, dumbass.
Ask the kid behind me. He probably thinks that United's still going to win it. Is that right?
Dude, he don't like you. He don't know you like that, big bro.
Yeah, I know you will, bro.
Yeah, I mean, well, City on great form, won all their last 5 games. Arsenal have won 4 out of the last 5 and tied against Liverpool.
All right, so let's play this game. What is more likely to happen? Arsenal match 38 lift the Premier League trophy, which would be in mid-May, right? Mid-May is when this Premier League season ends.
Yeah.
I think end of May.
So
World Cup break.
Okay, end of May. So we're in the month of May. Also correlates with the end of the semester of Iona. What's more likely in May? Ben getting laid or Arsenal lifting the Premier League trophy?
Probably Arsenal.
And what are the
They
chances of
technically
Arsenal?
are the favorites right now, so I'm probably actually going with Arsenal as well.
Arsenal's actual betting favorites. They're negative or
Let me
minus.
look. Dude, they have to be.
They have to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely are.
They're the favorites, but I wonder if they're plus money or not.
That's true. They could be plus money. You're right.
But Ben getting
That's sick.
laid is plus what 7,000?
Like plus 7,000.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. By May or like just in the month of May.
By May.
So that means we got a couple more weeks left of April. Yeah, Ben would probably be like plus 7,000.
I was just trying to put in like a real life scenario for somebody who doesn't watch a lot of soccer,
Hold on.
Trying to correlate to the audience.
We're gonna go look.
All right, let's go look. All right. So we have another special
We talk
guest
about a
here.
little bit of Champions League.
Okay.
If you want, Ben.
Talk Champions League, Benjamin.
So who's in it still?
Today,
We got Real Madrid, Inter AC, not Inter, Napoli
Hey, you can
AC
use this
Milan,
mic
Mhm.
when you're-
and we've got
City Bayern,
City Bayern and
Inter Benfica.
Inter Benfica, correct?
Benfica.
So I think going to the tournament. So I don't know who's playing. So City 3-0 against Bayern.
Thrashing at yeah, that's what's gonna happen when Arsenal gets there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny how they fired Nagelsmann for Tuchel to take over, and I think Bayern have now got knocked out of the German Cup, whatever you call it, and also they're not looking very high in the Champions League either. But as Tuchel said, a game in Germany, anything could happen.
Yeah, people found that out real badly in the 40s.
I have some news. Man City is actually minus 140.
Really?
Arsenal's
Holy
Arsenal's
shit.
plus 120. And Edwin, just so you know, Manchester United is plus 100,000 if you want to bet them.
I mean, you'd be a gazillionaire. Yeah, why not? Take the chance. Take the flyer on it.
Yeah, so I think City.
So now you're liking your chance. Are you gonna bet? Are you gonna double down between our bet and then you're gonna double down on our book and put 20 quid on them to actually?
Wait, can I parlay Ben not getting laid and Arsenal not winning the league?
I mean, so you got. I mean, him not hit the no for Ben is like minus 10,000.
That's
now.
true.
And then you also, Arsenal not winning the league, you probably get like minus probably minus 500. You would make no.
What are the
probably-
like if Ben and I just did a head to head on that? Like, if I gave my bet would win 50. If he did Arsenal and his check mark, would he get what 150, 200? That seems fair.
I'm thinking 500.
I don't think I'm.
I would get
Because
50
you gotta get all. He has to get Arsenal and he's gotta get lead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take that bet. I'll think I'll keep.
Because of Arsenal or
my
because of
winnings
you?
From Rome.
because of Arsenal or you.
Hold up.
He already paid for our golf day, so that round money's gone.
Yeah, can't believe you think we're paying for the golf
You're
day.
paying me back for that. That'd be fun.
True.
That's a loophole.
Wait, what did he say?
There's a loophole. If he gets bets enough on, he can just buy a hooker.
That's yeah, he's right
It's a
actually.
loophole.
Well, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that because I do have.
Dev, your head's in the right spot. You know you've experienced with
Yes,
that?
He is standing. He's what happened on Saturday?
Oh God, you
I
got
helped the
boys.
way out. That's what I did.
You guys got to hear about the girl he got
No,
on Sunday night.
no.
Woof. I shouldn't be saying that. That's bad. Okay, Ben, that's enough out of you. We have another guest. Thank you for coming on, Ben. Ben, great job.
Get out of there.
Okay, no, you can stay.
He
Now-
can't hear him.
I was gonna use here. Take one of those
He's-
mics.
No, this doesn't work. He has to sit where
Oh.
Ben is. Just switch seats.
Second special guest of the day. We have a twofer, threesome, foursome, whatever you want to call it. Dev Baker, Mr. Baker's in the house. Woo!
Mr. Baker.
The student teacher to be.
Wish I was fitted up today.
Dude, you are looking like an absolute bum, but that's okay because we are so excited to have you on the show. Long time coming. Thank you for coming.
No problem. Oh, wait, that's close enough.
You can I go right. I try to make out with it. So, Dev, you are here as our Yankee, right? You're a Yankee correspondent.
Yes.
You're a Yankee player. Shut up, Ben. You got a beer gut.
And Chris is an Astros fan, so
Chris
bitter-
is a Yankees
bitter
hater.
rivals.
Astros.
I am an Astros fan.
He-
and a Blue Jays fan as well. Bochet.
He has
I'll
a-
never go out with you again. It's so annoying.
He has a Jose Altuve jersey. It's
So
disgusting.
let's talk Yankees. Before we get into more in-depth questions, just a quick recap on the first. What are we? 12 games into the season? How do you feel?
12. We're 8-4. I feel pretty
Pretty
good
good.
considering how injured we are. We're
Correct.
8-4. I mean, don't feel good about the Rays being 11-0 now.
Oh, I had a stat. Wait, hold on. Before we keep going, stats. I actually wrote that. So Rays are on pace. Guess
Yeah.
what? To go 162-0. They are off
I can confirm that.
to the hottest start since the 1987 Brewers. The all-time hottest start record, which I don't know if I expected to be more or not, is by the 87 Brewers and the 82 Braves, 13-0.
Man.
So you guys think they break it? 3 more wins in a row?
On my
They
list-
played what the Red Sox. They played the Red
They've,
Sox.
they also
twice.
they've had an embarrassingly easy schedule. They played the A's, the Nationals. Yeah. They played the Red Sox 2 more
Baseball,
times.
though, it's like easy schedule, whatever.
Home
Like,
versus the Red Sox twice.
Then they play
so
in
that would
Toronto.
tie the record,
And
and
they
then
play in Toronto.
They're gonna lose one of those Toronto games. They're not gonna sweep Toronto.
well, then
They-
I just want to see if they
just
beat the
need-
record.
They could just win one of those.
Yeah, they
could
just-
win the first Toronto.
They just need to win 3 in a row at all.
Toronto's pretty too.
Do you know how
so-
tough that is? Baseball, too, 13 in a row.
Yeah, like,
That's
everyone-
nuts.
Everyone's even saying like, "Oh, look at the teams are playing," but they're putting up like
So
crazy.
I have another
runs,
stat.
I mean, they're
So-
shutting
okay, no,
teams
I'm gonna read.
out.
Okay, they've beat the Tigers
Yeah, we know
for
they're playing shit
3
teams,
times,
but-
the Nationals 3 times, the Athletics 3 times, and the Red Sox.
But it's
3 times.
baseball. It's not football where if you lose to the worst team,
Exactly.
it's really embarrassing.
They're also shutting teams out too.
Like you have a 4-game series, say it's Yankees, Red Sox, or whatever. Yankees, Athletics, 2 teams that are on different sides of the spectrum. The Athletics are probably going to win one of the 4. That's just how it works.
In their Rays' last 4 games, the last 4 games they combined to be 30. They've won the last 4 games, a combined score of 30-2.
That was
They have, like, 30
you low-key
runs
robbed my
here.
stat. I
They
was going
have,
to say,
like, 30 runs.
besides the 1-0 win against the Red Sox, every other win has been by 4 runs or more. They've had
Yeah.
1 close game
The
in
last
11.
4 games, it's ridiculous.
Like it's nuts what they're doing. So, I mean, then again, it's April. I mean, like, am I worried? I'm always been worried about the Rays.
How are the Yankees in last April?
I've always been worried about the Rays, but considering how hot they are this year, I also like a lot of their players, and I hate the team. Tropicana Field. It kind of sucks to have this good of a team and to have what 5,000 fans go to these games.
Dirty-ass stadium.
Gross. I've never
Yeah,
been
they have
there.
Stupid bullpens on the field.
Yeah,
Indoor ballpark.
them and the Athletics, I think, are the only teams that still do that, which hence why the organizations. But the Rays are a very well-run
They have
organization.
likable players on the team. Too.
Likable players.
They do. Who's
They do.
unlikable on the team? Rosarina's a good guy.
You're just saying that as a Yankee
Bronco.
perspective. They are.
Rosarena. I fuck a Rosarena.
Why? What's
Yeah,
wrong with
why?
him? He's a baller.
He's just way too flashy.
So
What are you like
It's
a
old.
grandpa?
It's
You're
also-
mad
it's
that the
also-
kids
no,
are bat
it's
flipping?
no,
Yeah.
it's
My dad doesn't even mind the celebrity. Yeah, because he does it against the Yankees.
It's not Marsh.
No, he's good as fuck. Yeah, I'll say that, but I just don't like him personally.
I mean, yeah, I don't like when he plays the Yankees, but there's definitely more hateable players in just general.
Okay.
Okay, so back to the Yankees. So 8-4. Cole, 3 starts in, AL Cy Young favorite.
Cy Young.
No
Cy
doubt.
Young.
He looks great, which is so exciting because besides the last year's playoffs, he was so hot and cold. Like, honestly, up until he had those 3 starts in the playoffs last year where he looked awesome, I did not have that confidence in Garrett Cole like I did with other pitchers, where it's like, you're going to give me the ball in a playoff game and you're going to fucking go 7 shutout, 7 1-run ball.
A lot of players are overperforming right now. It's a little bit scary, I think. A couple guys are overperforming, like Glaber.
Franchi?
Cordero.
Glaber's
Yeah.
Cordero, Frankie Bonds.
Yeah.
Frankie Bonds. He is like 5 homers right now. Glaber's.
I'm glad we're having a conversation, but the people would like to know too.
Sorry. Well, Glaber's
Dead?
hitting to like 400 right now. Like he has 300.
Contract year for him too. You don't think he's
Contract
doing this
year,
on
yeah.
purpose?
But we know what's gonna happen. He usually does this every year. Starts off hot and then just sleep by
The whole
August.
team, the whole team does that.
The whole team does that. Yeah.
But no, I don't. That's not true because besides last year, the Yankees always had this 5 games above 500 at the All-Star break, and then you were hoping that they would turn it on. And some years they did. Some years they didn't.
Well,
Last year was a flip-flop. Yeah.
Last year we were the best team. We were the best team in like history the first.
Yeah,
time,
we were
and
on
then
pace to break the record, and then
we were like 4 and like 20
we were the worst
in
team in August in
Ridiculous.
baseball.
Then the Astros swept them in the playoffs.
But I feel pretty good.
Thanks
Obviously,
for reminding us.
you know what? Like they're 8-4, so you're feeling good about it. But you're also gonna be like, well, it's mid-April. But I guarantee you, if we were 4-8, we'd already be freaking out.
Like, we're
So that's
still-
just how like it works.
Being a Yankee fan, like it's better than being like a Mets fan right now. You're not feeling that good if you're a Mets fan right now.
Oh, speaking of Mets news, Edwin Diaz actually plans to return at some point this season. So I would assume if they make the playoff, they're not
Well,
gonna.
like maybe
September.
September.
Well, that's what I'm
literally.
saying. They're not
You're
gonna risk him for the regular
Are you
season.
gonna throw him in like a game 5 against the Padres or
Yeah,
something
sick.
like? What?
Oh, what if they make the playoffs? And if he hasn't pitched 1 inning this
Yeah,
whole
what are you
season,
gonna do?
I would still be scared to see him.
I would too. Yeah.
What? That
He's
guy
a
is
baller.
electric. And to think that his injury had nothing to do with his arms, he'll be fine.
That's true as well. That is very true.
Well, that's-
You don't like Diaz either?
No, I like. No, I love
1-3
Diaz.
ERA, probably the greatest closer
know,
season ever.
I wanna-
That's one today.
Ever?
Dude, see, you're bobbing your head. That song's a banger. Like I hate the Mets, but that guy. Why? Who has the greatest close?
Specs played it last year, or last semester. They fled.
Who's the greatest closing season? I really don't know.
Probably Rivera, one of Rivera.
Well, Eduardo Rodriguez, when he was pitching for the Angels, has the most saves, but I don't know like ERA and Ks per 9 stuff.
Saves are like it's like if your team is good. It's like a team stat.
No, you're right. Like
Yeah,
there's
they get
a
the
certain.
11-0 or something.
What? Like Charlie Morton had like 21 wins last year for the Braves.
Yeah, remember when Herman led the MLB in wins? You're right because what do
Herman.
saves count
My
as?
boy,
If you're up by
my boy.
1 or 4 runs, like 1 to 4 runs, it counts as saves. So you're right. A 1-run ball game
Yeah. So yeah.
is different than 3 runs. You're right. But Edwin Diaz, electric. So you have any other outside the box MLB predictions?
Twins. We both said that the Twins are.
Oh no, our boy's already hurt. Gallo's already hurt.
He is.
Yeah, he got
but
something.
We both said that the Twins were a team to look out for, and they've been playing
balling.
Well, yeah, Rocco Baldelli,
Joe
coach
Ryan.
of the year. You never know.
I mean, definitely do know. Definitely looking that way.
I actually have one. The Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that's mine.
They're
they've
fucking
been
Zach
great.
Gallen, like
The
top
Dodgers
5.
too have been.
Dodgers
pretty
are
bad.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the division stand right now. The Dodgers have not been playing well. They're not good. I've watched them. They have Freeman, Betts, and that's literally it.
Yeah,
They
their
lost-
talent is so depleted.
They're injured too. They lost Lux from the ACL for the year, and then I'm trying to think what else. Their pitching is Clayton Kershaw is garbage, and I can't name.
Is Bueller still hurt? Arias is going off,
Walker
but
Bueller's still hurt.
yeah.
They have Urias. that's
Dustin
it.
May pitches
They,
Chad.
like, they lost Tyler Anderson to the Angels. I don't know who's even their closer.
Bruce Star Gratterall.
Not Craig Kimbrell anymore.
No, he went. Krimbrell's on some other team.
Some others.
Yeah,
So-
the D-backs are good. The
yeah.
Brewers are
They
looking
have
good.
Ketel
too.
Marte. They got some
Brewers
hitters.
have what? They have 3 losses. Yeah. Wow.
Brewers have they've been actually been hitting well for once, which is
Yeah.
usually their problem. And they have even
Who's
though
that pitcher?
Corbin Burns is
he had a
awesome.
rough
Yeah.
first game. He gave up like 6 runs the first game, and then what's it called? Then he's been shut out. He's been lights out since then.
Dad, did you watch the Yankee game last night? I actually really liked the trivia question they had.
What was it?
I got it right. That's why I remember it.
I've watched.
All right, I'll give you it. You two can probably guess it. So besides Garrett Cole, who is the only pitcher in the MLB the last 2 years, so since 2020, who are the only 2 other pitchers in the MLB to have 10 plus starts with 10 or more strikeouts? Who are the only other 2 pitchers?
10 starts.
10 starts with 10 strikeouts or more.
last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
Otani's one.
No,
No. He's in balls to see.
he's been fucking. He's the greatest player ever.
He probably is.
He is.
All right.
In the entire league.
Yeah.
Fuck.
last 2
You
years.
guys can't even get one.
Sandy.
No,
No.
he got raked a couple days ago.
Oh,
Though.
he.
Oh,
I know.
Verlander.
Nope.
No?
Verlander had Tommy John,
Oh, Max.
so he was out a whole year.
Scherzer?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Close with Max.
Oh,
DeGrom.
DeGrom's one.
Really?
Who was the other
You
one?
know he was
Yeah.
hurt?
I'm guessing when he. But think about it. It wasn't like total strikeouts. It was starts. So he
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
just every start he probably pitches
I would
gets
say
like
he
10
does,
strikeouts. So
DeGrom, really? I thought he was too hurt.
that's what I thought too. But I was like, oh, it
And then
doesn't.
this one's definitely a
Do we
random. This
know
one's
it?
No,
definitely-
this is guy you just mentioned. That's why I brought up the question.
Oh, Burns.
Burns. Yep.
Burns.
Interesting question. Okay, little trivia for the pod. I love the Dean backs. Ketel Marte looking for a bounce back season. Zach Gallen I actually picked to Cy Young. So
He's so dirty.
and then who is Christian Walker is the one they brought up.
Christian
They
Walker.
they signed to the
He's a
extension.
young guy.
It just sucks that they have such a pitcher
Yeah,
ballpark.
and the issue is their division's also so good. They're gonna play. They're gonna play. They're gonna play Dodgers, Padres, and Giants.
What's the Giants record? They're not
Not
too
bad.
bad, right?
They're 5-6. They're,
Yeah, they'll probably be a
they're
500
decent
ball club.
team.
Conforto's
Yeah.
kind of back low key.
Trying to think what teams are. Well, there are teams I hate that are people are high on the Marlins for some reason. I don't get Sandy sucks.
The weird
No.
thing, I didn't realize until I watched the Mets Marlins game, they have like 8 shortstops playing different positions. Segura's at third. He's supposed to be a shortstop.
Jazz
Jazz
is
is in
out-
center. He's a
center
shortstop,
field.
second
I meant to
baseman.
ask you the other day, I was confused,
Who's their second
who's
baseman?
playing
I don't know at this point.
It's not like John Birdie.
Soler. No, Soler's an
No, Solaire's like in left. Brian De La Cruz, though, that guy rakes.
That guy does.
They actually have a fun ass team, though. Like they just
Yeah.
power the ball.
there's no-
Joey Wendell.
They have. Oh my. You
No batting gloves.
know what team's kind of overrated? The Cubs. That's another team.
Well,
I don't like.
Were
I do
people
not like the
rating
Cubs.
them?
Cubs?
They just signed a
No,
lot of
people-
names.
Everyone loves the Cubs for some reason.
Really?
They got
Chris,
they signed a bunch of
A lot of players that they have now,
They
they're
did sign
recognizable
some,
names.
yeah.
Like they
signed,
got Bellinger.
They got Bellinger. They got
Hosmer's batting like
what-
400.
Who's the Braves?
Yeah,
shortstop they got?
Dansby. But Dansby's
Then
actually good.
Swanson, who's
Yeah.
good.
I'm talking about they signed Bellinger on a 1-year deal. He's washed. Hosmer's
Marcus
washed.
Stroman's been shoving.
Stroman's kind of good.
Stroman has been
They
shoving.
just extended someone. Ian Happ.
Ian Happ.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Happ's good. They lost Wilson Contreras in free agency to the Cardinals.
Yes.
Cardinals have been pretty bad too. They were pretty good last year. They've been
Yeah.
awful.
That's
They're
a kind of a
like
tough
3-7,
division.
right?
They're
Beside the
4
top
and
3 are
7.
good.
They're tied with the Reds
Ooh, the Reds coming up.
for another last division. They're not going to be good.
Oh, speaking of one of my favorite players, kind of sucks he got hurt. O'Neal Cruz,
Yeah,
He's
like
out for a
that
while.
guy.
He is
Yeah,
so
He's looking
fun,
Pretty good too.
bro. I mean, to be that tall and to pitch that, bro, he throws like a pitcher. He pitches 100 miles across.
Who's your World Series pick? Not biased.
We made him already.
What do I say?
I want to say I did Astros
I-
Padres,
I have-
which is what
the
everybody was doing.
Winner. My winner's the Braves.
I like that.
I think
I like the
Astros
Braves.
Braves or something. I definitely we both have the Astros.
I think I have Astros, Padres winning.
Astros are going to make it to like the 3rd year in a row to the World Series.
and like 5 in the last.
But no, 6.
7.
They made since 2017. They made 2017. They lost 2018.
They didn't make it 2018. The Red Sox won.
No, they didn't make it. Yeah, they lost the Red Sox.
They lost 2019
But
World Series.
They made how many they made? They made 2017, 2019. They lost to the Rays in 2020.
But that
Rays-
didn't make the World Series.
They didn't. The Rays won that series.
Yeah.
He's saying.
Oh, you're saying
Yeah,
go
the
back
Rays
their
beat
years.
the
All right, my
National
bad.
World Series. That's the
The
20,
Dodgers, that was a COVID. year,
2021. The
Yeah.
Dodgers beat
right?
the Rays. Yeah, the 2021. That
Not real.
what happened? What happened? 2021.
I agree with that. 60 games for baseball.
2021.
Oh, the
they
Ast-
lost.
the
They
Astros lost to the
Braves.
The Braves.
the Nationals. No, that was
No.
2019. That was 2019. Fuck.
You're all over the fucking.
They lost to the
map.
Braves
Yeah.
2021. Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost to the Braves, and
Because
then
19, that's when Soto.
and then last year they beat the Phillies. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, Soto. I really like the Padres. I know they're
I
the
like them
easy
too,
fan pick.
yeah.
Their lineup is so sick
like-
already,
no,
and they're
okay.
missing
The issue
probably
is
their
that
best player.
that's a.
And Machado's not even that
Everyone had
hot.
that conversation about the Dodgers the last 5 years. They've been like a super team, and like,
But also
they
the
can-
Dodgers had that lack of playoff success that was always in the back of my head. And also the Padres are
What the
so
Padres
fun.
done?
Made the NLCS last year.
Yeah, Dodgers make it like every year.
But I'm saying that, first of all-
it's been yeah, but this
The
is
Phillies
like
beat-
their first like real
The
hot.
Phillies beat them in like what?
The
like 5
only thing
games?
that the Padres have the best lineup in baseball. I think the only thing that holds them back is the pitching.
I agree with Cooch.
And Musgrove's hurt.
Mhm.
Darvish.
I forgot Musgrove honestly existed.
How could you forget he existed? He was their best pitcher
Well, because
last
he
year.
hasn't played all year. I remember he was elite though. He got extended.
All year. It's been 2 weeks.
I haven't heard his name at all though.
Well, yeah, because he's not
That's
playing.
not-
I remember who
He's
I know.
back
I
in
know
what,
who he
2
is
weeks or
though.
something?
Yeah, I
He'll
know
be
who
back.
He is. I
I
know
mean,
he got
He was
extended. He's
a
really good.
boss against
They have a
the
crazy
Mets.
good.
I loved him for the Mets for that Mets game, and then
Yeah.
everyone got so mad at him.
Well, he was just shiny
Everyone
ears.
thought he was-
Who
everyone thought
knows?
he- yeah, it's a little shiny.
I think their bullpen, because I've been watching them a little bit with the Mets series, but their bullpen's pretty ass. Ranger Suarez, who they signed to the extension, is hurt.
Don't they have haters?
Hater's sick, but he hasn't been that good with them.
Is he good?
He had a bad
was
year last year.
garbage last year.
But he pitches so hard, and not that matters. Holy moly!
So did Chapman. So did Chapman.
Chapman's back.
How's he doing the Royals? I haven't watched a single Royals game, so
He's only pitched like 3.5 innings, but he hasn't let a hit.
Yeah.
So take that sample size
How
as
many
you will.
How many
Yeah, I
walks-
think- I think
how
he
many
had-
walks,
I think
though?
he had a 3 strikeout save.
I don't think he's even allowed to batter on base.
Yeah.
It's kind of going crazy.
no walks.
And he's pitching like
Gallo.
apparently he's up to 103 again.
Damn.
Joey Gallo's on the Twins, right?
Yeah.
He did a homer. I remember that.
He's been going well, he just got hurt.
Yeah.
He had like 3 homers, like 2 homers
Yeah.
in one game or something. He had 2 home run game, and then he homered the next day.
Yeah.
He
What
had
else do
3
I have
homers,
for
did 2 games at the
baseball?
start of the year.
I have Astros struggling out of the gate.
They are.
Also, I just saw this when I was in class. Corey Seager, 4-week injury, and I'm pretty sure the Rangers are in first place
Yeah,
right
I was
now,
about to
which
bring
is
that up.
huge.
I was about to bring up how insane that division was. This is the standings: the Rangers, Angels, Astros, Mariners, Athletics. Besides the Athletics, that's insane. The Mariners are second to last.
If I ever get really, really bored, I'm gonna do a franchise with them.
The
The
Mariners.
Mariners.
No, the Athletics. And you can relocate now. I'm gonna move to Vegas,
That's
and
the
that'd be
first
so
thing-
much fun.
The first thing you gotta do is relocate.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
Moneyball.
So the Angels are gonna collapse, though, right?
People are starting to
The Angels
cancel.
collapse kind of every year. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm rooting as baseball. I'm rooting for them. They got it, bro. You have to see Ohtani and Trout in big games.
What if Ohtani goes to the Yankees?
I'm fine with that, but I'm just saying for now, for this season.
Could happen. Well, you will. That would hurt you. He's not because you're an Astros fan, but
That would hurt me. Yeah.
well, they leave your division now.
That's true.
But they
That would
aren't.
help.
It's never
They'll
been.
probably be back. So when it comes to the Yankees, sucks. So we'll see.
Ohtani has actually struggled awfully in every time he plays the
Yeah,
Yankees.
they rocked him.
They
5
rock him.
runs
They
in the
rock him every
first-
time.
yeah.
Every time he pitches
It was
against
like the
them.
first inning, had like
Maybe
5
he's just
runs.
not a big pressure guy. Remember, he didn't even want to come here originally.
What about on Easter?
There's some
Bases
guys.
loaded.
There's some guys who do better.
Extra innings. Round out, baby.
That game was.
One
I don't
for
know.
that day.
That get canceled if I talk about
What
that.
game?
That's
He
stop
had
it.
the Angels. I had the Blue Jays. On Easter.
And Chris didn't even tell
It
me.
was the game where they came back. Oh no, they played an insane series. Yeah.
I texted Chris my parlay, and
He
I tell
told me
him,
during the game.
and I told him because they were up 6-0, and then he waits for the Blue Jays to come back, and he's like, "I took the Blue Jays, haha, fuck you, you're dead." Okay. Anything else on baseball, Dev? We could do basketball today, or we could save it for next week.
Nah, save it.
I just want to talk about the play-in. Who do you think wins tonight? We have Raptors versus Bulls and Pelicans versus Thunder. Pick.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I like play-in.
No, the play-in's
Hey,
like,
dude, did you watch the game last night?
what? I watched it.
Lakers
Oh, the
and
Lakers
Bulls,
were
it was
insane.
fun.
Yeah, the
His
Lakers- yeah.
bedtime is when the play-in started.
I know. I
Me
watched
too,
it. I
me
watched
too.
it. I had the Lakers. I had the Lakers money line parlayed with the Yankees, so I needed it.
Oh,
Mike
you're
Conley-
sweating that
Mike
out.
Conley fucking.
that
three.
sounds
I was
like
pissed.
the first bet of somebody who knows nothing about sports.
That's like-
Picking
that's
the
like-
Yankees.
Yankees and Lakers.
If only the Cowboys were playing right now, yeah.
Yankees,
Or
Lakers.
Duke basketball is playing right now, or Alabama football.
Bro, I met a guy at Yankee Stadium the other night who was literally a Yankees, Cowboys, and Lakers fan. I was like, how is that?
I mean, if I first moved to America, why not? Fuck it.
yeah, but he was insane, though.
We weren't
Yeah, but they don't have that
talking-
legacy
we also
fan
weren't
base.
talking
Shut up,
Seahawks.
dude. Okay,
So
we will
then-
save basketball for next week. All right, Dev. Honestly, I'm getting the fuck out of here because it's so nice out. But you have
There you
the
go.
studio to yourself if you want for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Once more of a time, round of applause for Dev and Ben. Thank you for coming on. You guys did really well. Dev better than Ben. But
Ben was a little too nervous. We'll ease him into
How
it.
was I nervous?
because you don't you see how I talk.
See how
Here, I'll
me,
listen,
Connor, and-
everybody.
We're having a conversation. You're just talking on the mic. You gotta have a conversation.
If you're single at Specs on Saturday, let me know. All right.
and Ben, and for Ben.